welcome to today's lesson. Before we actually start the lesson, I'd like to do a little bit of mathematics with you. Yeah, that's right, mathematics. Just to contrast a few things which are done in English different from Portuguese. Okay? I'm sure you may have noticed this, but just to double check, did you notice that way we use commas in Portuguese, we use dots in English? For example, you divide the zeros in 1000 by a comma, like this, right? If you're going to write 1 million in English, you also use two commas. Interesting, isn't it? In Brazil we use commas for decimals. So, what did we use in English? Dots, of course. What else? You've already noticed this in your calculator or your computer. Usually the decimals are separated by dots, right? For example, half is represented in English as 0.5, right? So this is another aspect about mathematics in English that's different from Portuguese. But I'd like still to call you another aspect which is done quite differently. It's the aspect of ordinal numbers, right? It's very difficult for a non-Brazilian to learn the ordinal numbers in Portuguese because we have words like trigésimo, nonagésimo, centésimo, milésimo. English doesn't have any of that. To put an ordinal number in English, all you have to do is follow it up with a TH, as I'm sure you would have noticed, right? And that applies to any number, no matter how small or how large. Okay, so you'd say 30th, 90th, 100th, 1,000,000th, okay? There are exceptions, of course. You probably would have noticed that it doesn't apply to every single number in English. There are 4 numbers which you don't just put a TH at the end. Sometimes they're completely different, sometimes the pronunciation is a little different. And there's the numbers 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it's easy to remember, and you probably know them already, right? 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. After this, all you have to do is put a TH at the end. How easy is that? 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 20th, 100th. It's easy, isn't it? So that's ordinal numbers in English in a nutshell for you. I hope you enjoy this. Now we're going to move on to the next phase, which is the lesson itself. Follow the instructions under the screen and do all the activities, and we'll keep in touch via our app, Google Classroom, okay, throughout the week. I hope you'll do the activities, and I'll talk to you about how you performed at an early point of this week. Okay? Thank you very much for taking part, and I'll speak to you soon.